when I first got into the six-figure debt. And it was a pretty stressful experience having to get into that situation at such a young age. And for those of you who might have gotten into debt before, you know that the thought that stresses you is always, what happens if I'm not able to pay? So the worst case scenario always plays out in your mind, right? And so that drives you to desperation. And furthermore, I was in a full-time commission sales role. So it led me to the situation where every single prospect I met, everything that was on my mind was, how do I close this deal and earn enough money so that I can pay off these debts of mine? And of course, you know, when you're in that state of desperation, when your mind is fixated on all these negative scenarios, you're also generating negative energy for yourself. And so because of this negative energy, naturally your luck will not be good. The first 2 months I was in this state after getting into debt, and I basically had close to zero sales. Perhaps you can say that the negative energy field that I developed just repelled all these good opportunities away from me. A few things happened at that point in time. First thing was that I self-reflected on the situation. I identified that the root cause of the problem was my greed. I also self-reflected and told myself that no, I cannot be in such a state for a prolonged period of time. And so after much of an inner dialogue, I kind of came to a realization that I have to remember my original intentions. And so I recalled the first time I ever had my first breakthrough in my sales and earned my first 5-figure paycheck was getting to a state where I just became more focused on the well-being and success of others, my team members, my clients. And on the 3rd month, that's exactly what I did. Every single client that I met, I entered into this mental state of thinking and prioritizing for what is best for them, to the extent that when what my company has to offer isn't to the best of their interests, I'll just straight away stop the deal over there. And so with that state, just that month alone, my closing rate shot up exponentially, and somehow that month, more quality leads came in, and I basically cleared close to 2/3 of my debt. And the third wisdom that incident taught me was something that Teacher Lu Xia usually shares as well, which is that when our inner state is calm, then everything on the outside takes care of itself.